Namaste, welcome to the MystiCOOLS. Victoria here with our weekly empath vibes. Woo woo! Super excited. So yeah, we're going into the week into Christmas holidays or whatever. So that's cool. Christ is super cool. Christ, lit up with the Christ light. Jamming this morning about that. But, that may not be something, you celebrate or whatever. But either way, it's pretty cool. So the reason why I'm saying it's cool is our first card is this awesome being spontaneous card. And it just looks like people celebrating, having a good time, coming out of their routines, maybe gathering, traveling. Maybe they decide, I want to do something different this year for, my break or whatever. If you have a break, some people have to work through these holidays. I've done retail in the past, so I understand that, there's a lot of work. But it seems like, I love that there's fire. Actually, I was about to say, I feel the fire of it, but it's funny because this card actually has a lot of fires. So, being spontaneous, fun, light up in, fire, passion, or whatever may be. Now, I did get some other interesting vibes, and I didn't premeditate this like I normally do. A little bit, this morning in my devotion, but I was more working a lot on my own inner, releasing of old stuff this week and stuff like that, and, basic things like how to get the mortgage paid and just, real life survival and kind of learning from the importance of preparation, or not preparation, but the importance of sort of having learning from your experiences. For example, there's a season in the summer and there's a season in the winter that's just slower. So something to prepare for next year for sure, which would be more comfortable for me personally. But also on a deeper level, that triggered something. And the reason why I'm saying this is because maybe light workers, empaths, you might be experiencing something similar. It triggered something and I started going home, my sense of home, I seek, is it, you seek it in a partner or whatever? Anyway, so I started talking to God and he was like, you're not going to find that in someone else, so it helped me get to that wholesomeness. Not saying that I'm searching for that, but the thought of well, maybe that would complete this feeling I have. But then I started getting these messages and dreams about how it's really important for me to remember who I am. And then it was things being 1,000 years old and I can't remember my home. And I'm just that's why I haven't fit in any particular group or setting, or, I haven't really found that place that I fit, as if Earth is confusing. I'm more easier understanding of higher dimensional energy than I am my Earth experiences. And that's because I'm some ancient being or whatever. We all have our things. So look into your blueprint or your past life or whatever. And then I had a past life that I used these gifts for the wrongdoing. So a lot of this purging I've been going through is to purge that old past life that I went off course and to get back on course. So it's not particularly about 3D things, but I was very focused on, my house, we're having septic stuff, money, these things, but it triggered a deeper essence. So remember that when you're having, triggered things in the physical, that if you look at it in a metaphysical way or in a deeper spiritual way, I was talking to friends Snow pointed going back in the past lives. And at that moment, I did agree. I was yeah, what's gone is gone. Let's be present. Unless what I learned is there's hindsight and there's foresight. Okay, so sometimes to go forward, we have to go backwards into the hindsight and find something. So I found a missing piece of why was I attracting so much of something that was so unwanted for so long. And essentially it does come down to something I needed to heal from. So we have moon cycles. Another message I got was go into the moon and get your activations and codes. So if you are dealing with maybe one thing after another on the physical, go stargaze or moon or, look at the moon. This was what the message I was told, and it started bringing back these memories. So if you are interested in past life recall and stuff. I wouldn't say like make it an obsession, but in hindsight, you could find some things that you need for your present moment to move forward. So it's not good or bad. You know what I mean? You can get lost in the sauce, but making a good sauce makes a great meal. So you know what I'm saying? Enjoy making a sauce versus getting lost in your sauce. You see what I'm saying? You got what I'm just about here? Like, tip and tat, like go dive in deep, but come back up. Come back up so that we can ground out, because we want to present why we're here on this planet as light workers and empaths and healers and stuff, to present this help for humanity. We have to remember who we are, and we got to shine our lights, but we also have to remember to meet people where they're at. So there's this balancing act going on that I'm really finding a lot of clarity in. So I don't know what you're dealing with, if you're dealing with blueprint activations, or moon cycles, or different feelings, or whatever. So go stargaze, go look at the moon, get some activations, download codes, stuff like that. And honestly, even just looking at the stars and moons is very beautiful or romantic, depending on who you're with, what you're with, and how that works. Then we have healing. So personally, getting the activations went to a deep healing. I woke up today, I feel amazing. Like, I'm like, it's over, let's ascend, woo! So sometimes when you feel stuck and the planet keeps giving you similar lessons, it could be, in hindsight, something in the past. So just a suggestion, because I experienced some major breakthroughs in my energy field, transmuting densities very strongly, and also clearing out like the same patterns coming back in this life so that I could learn the lessons. So, there was a reason for that deeper healing, okay? And then another card that's coming in. So in your situation, please relate it to how it works for you. You might see the same repetitive lesson happening and being like, I've done everything, I'm meditating, I'm doing everything on the physical here and now, but it could have been something that was left to be discovered. So you can pray for, your dreams to show you, or go look at the moon and the stars, and kind of listen. And feelings are messengers. So remember that when you get these feelings, it's best not to judge them, but listen to them as the messengers. And then the other stone card we have here is clarity. So getting that clarity of who you really are, remembering who you are. I don't think that I'm the only one on the planet that's an empath. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're doing this videos. But I'm relating my story because, that's what I have to work with as far as an example. But please put it into what best fits for you. Maybe God is bringing clarity about your career, your finances, your life, your love, your past lives, your whatever you're seeking. I'm seeking like my soul purpose and soul family and soul tribe and soul mission. That is like a constant prayer, but I'm also learning in clarity that I have to follow my heart, and that will lead the way. And so when I did that, my mind got clarity. So however it works best for you. And then we have this other card, which I felt like went with healing, but that's all right. I'm working on it one step at a time. There's no need to have a chronological order today for some reason. I don't feel that. Life renewal. So it's talking about take inventory of your life and resolve or change or heal anything that is unbalanced. And, I agree with that. So if there's anything that gets triggered, holidays is a great opportunity. If you go and see family, you've got unresolved issues, that stuff gets triggered whether you like it or not. I've definitely experienced that. I love everyone and everyone's amazing. And so I'm not saying anything negative. It's just human nature. It happens. If you do not like in our society, and let's think outside of empathy and star workers, star light workers and all this stuff, and children of God. Let's just think on a regular collective. It's pretty commonly taught to suppress your feelings, and like issues are just like not resolved. And so, but a lot of emphasis on problems. So I was just getting like so confused. I was like, well, we talk about the problems, why don't we solve them? And then people are looking like, I don't want to resolve. It's like, okay, I'm very confused, but what I'll do is I'll go resolve it within myself. So I've been taking inventory, and I found, going back into, like dream work and stuff and working with the stars and moon, that there was things that have nothing to do with my family, but everything to do with what I did in a past life and why these things I went through in this life was to wake me up. It's to wake me up. They're so uncomfortable. I'm not even lying, man. It can be so uncomfortable. So I'm sure if you're, let's just keep it real talk here. If you're dealing with something super uncomfortable, just step back with the observer's mind and meditate through it, because when you're in the participating, that's when like karma gets created. So if you need to, give yourself permission to go step outside or step into a different room, or it's best not to, you know, it could be what I'm saying. If someone's triggered by you and they say it's something, it could be unconscious, and we're not really taught to learn how to deal with our feelings and stuff. So let's have compassion for people who maybe haven't taken the sleep or path or aren't interested in this stuff. They have things to offer as well. That's beautiful. So let's just love one another, and find the silver lining. And then, the angels are with us for comfort. This is so funny because we got the same card during the Thanksgiving reading. So again, we really do need, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. So if there's any situations that need healing, call the angels. They'll be there for you. And then I got this really cool card actually I look up because I don't remember ever getting this card. It's called the Inner Bridges. So it's about communicating to the higher spiritual beings. And so maybe it's time to meditate. Maybe it's time to get out of the head and get some true clarity by going into deep meditation or seeking out your spiritual guides or angels, your guides for help to how to best handle and look at your life review and who you really are, waking up to who you really are and all that. And also, this is telepathy. So I think it's a good time for us to realize that telepathy is a natural gift we all have. I really do feel like we all have it. Now, I could be wrong. Someone say I don't have that, but okay, I'm not interested in arguing. I'm just saying I feel organically that we have some really amazing superpowers that maybe we've forgotten about. So it's cool to discover it. So as light workers, maybe we can go ahead and start digging deeper. I mean, some of you may already be practicing this, but telepathy, connecting to your spiritual guides. This lyric used to come through from my angels. The unseen world wants to be known. We are the bridge they call the channelers. So to channel information from the higher realms, we need to hear our guides. They want to work with us. I can feel it. Oof, got that. I can feel them tickling me, right? Anyway, that's a whole nother level. So telepathy, bridging communications, high vibrations. And then our chakra of the week is the crown. So this is again making me think of those higher vibrations coming in, bridging in through communication. Also, we got prosperity, which is just cool, I definitely would like some more of that. Thank you, God, in advance. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. And that's a lot of what I went through. I'm telling you, man, I've just not been at this place yet since I've lived here, but I went to that place. And I was like, well, when you reach zero, it's an opportunity to go to zero point focus. And you can make, millions from there. It's just a matter of your mindset, right? So, but at the same time, I've had to look at clearing out what was blockaging, what was the blockage to my finances. And a lot of the messages that I got is don't give up on this vision. Turn this vision into reality. Because God's given me this vision of, for MystiCOOLS. Avia has been there helping alongside. He's helped build it. So I really have to throw that out there and thank you. And then also Sebastian's been a huge part of it. Just filling up this holy, all three of us have this really strong spiritual calling. Now Sebastian may not resonate with that. He's 13, but he's still he has his own TikTok and he's got over millions of views and stuff. So he's shining bright. And yeah, so we went through a rough patch and it was do I continue to do this? And I also at the same time went through a lot of inner child healing. So it was kind of intense. But that is the initiation of having the faith. And so now I'm waking up going, yeah, and getting the message, build it and they will come. So in order for these dreams to come into reality, it's really important not to give up. just because times get tough sometimes. So, hey, yeah, if you like this video, go on ahead and hit like, do a comment, subscribe, help us grow. Woo, if you feel called to, because we ain't giving up. We're not giving up, We're going to go forward with this. This feels like 15 years ago, I kept receiving visions. And it's just came to like, 3 years ago, something like that. This particular one about building the MystiCOOLS, and if he actually came up with the word the MystiCOOLS, it actually came from him. Mine was that I wanted to travel the path of the mystic, and the mystic to me is when an empath becomes empowered. They become magical, a mystic. So what else would I do? These are the dreams coming into reality. This is remembering who I really am. I mean, when I think about changing that course, it doesn't make any sense at all. So, same with you. If you're doing something that you've been working on, but you go through a rough patch, remember, call on your angels, because they want to help you, whether it's through prosperity or clarity or being spontaneous and having fun or reviewing your life's lessons so you can move forward, go into deeper healings, connect with the moon and the stars, inner bridges, get your guides, communications, telepathy with other spiritual beings here on the planet, and the angels comforting us, and then into our crown, getting the downloads. So again, telling you a little bit about my story, but I'm leaving out a lot of the grungy details of what I've actually had to go through. But it's like one of those things you learn to be grateful. In order to stop complaining, you fill your cup with so much gratitude that complaint purges itself out. You put so much faith into your temple that the doubt purges out. You put your heart and soul into God's mission. The reality and prosperity comes in, when you don't give up and stuff. So whatever it is that you're working on, or whatever visions, you've received, or whatever dreams that you would like to turn in reality, I'm just throwing out that encouragement to not give up and not give in. If it's your heart calling, you'll win. Follow it. So we got the crown for our chakra of the week. And it says the life force of breath moves beneath and beyond belief. So infusing more awareness into our breathing allows us to appreciate the perfection of our experience much more deeply and gain the hidden truth. And this makes sense to me, because we're going deep into like I was saying, our guides on the other side, man. They got the truth. We need the truth to set us free. So deep, like even if you got to pull hindsight back into past life to learn a lesson now, it's totally cool. We support you. We're here for you. Call us if you need it. We'll also do life coaching, spiritual counseling, whatever. It can be intense. I'm lightheartedly saying blah, 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 but sometimes this transformation can be pretty intense. So, but it is through connecting to spirit yourself that you're going to find that deep, there's people that can assist you to finding more of you. You know what I'm saying? So be open to that, but also like your relationship with spirit is the most important relationship. And so the crown just pouring in that information. So as we breathe up, we hear as within, breathe out, so without. As within, so without. Woo, woo, woo. All right, so that is our weekly update. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay lit. May your dreams come true. Telepathy get, lit up. Get with your guides. Review your life. What's your calling? What's your purpose? Let's not give up, not give in. Get spontaneous. If you need to get out of your head into your heart for clarity, go play. It's a great time to come together with others and play and dance, sing, whatever your heart is calling. Celebrate in whatever way, Maybe you play sports. Maybe you do something else. So anyhow, enjoy whatever it is that your heart is called to. And thank you for joining us here today on the MystiCOOLS for the weekly update. And if you like our channel, hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, whatever you feel. Just keep it real. Blessings. Namaste.